So we'll probably give you the code
I know.
after we broadcast.
Yeah,
I can write it down.
yeah, that'll be easier. Place will end up empty.
Okay, really isn't too bad.
Yes. Oh, that's my code.
Oh,
Yes.
Dave, you got it.
Always put the star first.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a good one. General rule.
The star is not technically part of the code, but it clears whatever anybody who's happened to walk down the hallway is.
Yes.
It's entered.
Every time that I've been called and somebody says, I need to get help getting in, I say, press the star key, then re-enter the code. Oh, it worked.
So it's magic then.
All right. Very good. All right.
It's an important part. It's getting the last 2 emails now.
What do we do with these? Do you have a place?
Yeah, there's a folder there.
All right, is this something you guys need me to leave for? What you're about to do?
No.
No.
Okay.
You're ready to
Remember now.
Okay, I'll just hang out and observe.
Well, we posted online, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
if you were doing anything nefarious, you're not very good at it.
Yeah, if we're doing anything nefarious, then we lose our 501.
C3.
Yeah.
I'm on C3.
Crime to malice. What could more
Which, depending on which database you look at,
What can more accurately
be described as
So
malice
yeah,
or
be attributed to
Incompetence.
stupidity?
stupidity, incompetence? Yeah.
Mr. Robert Heinlein. That guy was a genius. I met somebody that knew him, and apparently he was just as crazy in person.
I gotta figure out how that keeps locking itself.
Well, see, when you edit a document, it checks it out. And if you don't check it back in, then nobody else can edit it.
Oh, well, except that not bad. Then.
Doesn't matter. You can check it in for them.
Maybe just stop doing that by default. Okay.
You can change that for yourself in your user settings, the editor.
Yes, but it completely gets rid of the editor. I need it to just default to the other one and still allow me to get back to regular editor. Right, I'll just use that for right now. I can't remember the autoplay option, so I'm not going to enable it. Here, and then that. Okay, I think that's all. Save. Alright, there's that. No video though. Did I do something wrong with my embed? Oh, yeah. What in the world? Well, no. No, that's right. Is anything wrong with that, Dave?
No, that seems reasonable. Sure you don't have Flash turned off or something?
Make sure there's no space at the end of that URL. Or it carries over to the next line after question mark.
Oh, that's different.
No. We're not worried about that link. We're worried about the YouTube embed. The
Is it
iframe.
your iframe isn't closed after the modifications?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
It might not apply until after the meeting's completed.
are you already broadcasting?
Yeah, we're broadcasting. Huh.
Alright.
All right, we won't worry
You live?
about that. Yeah.
All right.
We're live.
Good, I just finished one.
Let me make sure. Yeah, go there and see if you can join the Hangout through the link.
I'm gonna fix the thing. Incidentally, it works fine for me.
The YouTube video? Okay, so it's our browser. That's what we're doing. Can you join the Hangout by clicking here?
Just a sec. All these. about to join a hangout. I have read the agreement to understand.
Piero's here. And I believe Dave's here.
You're oh man, mess.
Yeah, Dave Lewis was trying to connect at least. I saw him.
Okay. Piero, you there? Oh, hang on, Piero. We don't have the sound system turned on. Buttons plugged in. Make sure you're no, need to be on video one. Oh yeah, Dave. That's why the place is warm.
Why?
The sound system's still on.
Yeah, I had it.
Oh, did you turn it on?
We were listening to music earlier, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what that sound was. The thing that was vibrating my eardrums.
Just on the wrong end. That's all.
And Robert,
Ooh.
what's your last name? Eminger. I appreciate that, but most people just stumble through it where they get it.
Oh, this is Sunspin Unplugged.
I'm just look at the paper that's sitting right next to me. Oh no.
Get crazy like that.
There we go. All right, try again, Piero, please. Heard something. There we go. Do you have a chicken in the background or something?
Small child.
Oh my gosh, that's him.
Yeah, there's something weird going wrong with your microphone there, Piero.
Last month it was like this too.
Auto-tune.
You sound like you just sucked in a ton of helium. Sounds like Alvin and Chipmunks.
That's spelled there wrong.
Oh.
He laughed. Okay.
Try again.
Yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That would make the treasury report much more interesting.
Oh yeah. Speaking of treasurer's report, can you pull up the screen and get ready to share that?
Where is it? What am I doing?
Cyberia.org forums should be posted unless you didn't post it yet.
Oh, I see this month's treasury report.
Yeah.
Sure.
He posted it. Well, at least in the Dropbox for sure.
Internal.
Usually I'm good about posting on the internal forum.
Is it internal? Am I
Yeah, you just passed it.
Oh.
The first one.
Ah, yes, first link, of course. So did me. One day, 6 hours ago. Okay. Which one do we want?
Well, we'll probably need to talk about members list and the balance and profit loss report.
Profit loss and the balance sheet.
And last month's. Yeah, let's see what's in those and then we'll.
Last month's balance sheet. Last month's profit loss. Okay.
Oh, where's that piece of paper?
Hey, Bureau. Is that working better for you?
Is that any better? Hello?
Yeah, much better.
You don't sound like a chipmunk anymore.
Oh, well, maybe I better go back and breathe some more of this stuff.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen these?
Say something so we can see it.
Boost.
Boost.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oxygen.
Oh. What?
Oxygen in a can.
Oxygen in a can.
What was the brand
Wake
name?
up.
Boost. Yeah,
I'm
Andy.
making a note.
Yeah, Andy. Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Speaking of which, that'd probably be quite useful.
Do you know where to order them in bulk?
Amazon, guy, Amazon.
Can I buy it locally?
That's
I give
interesting.
this to my daughter right before a test.
Like that.
Anyway.
Just walk around.
So before
So is everybody here?
Yeah, it's me, Jason, Suzanne, Dave, Bob has joined us, and Andy.
Okay. Is that Bob Emminger?
That's me.
Oh,
Nice
pleased
to
to
meet
meet you.
we got his paperwork too, so he's official.
And
you.
if
I
you want-
exist.
Yeah, if you want to tell
Very
them.
good. You're a real person.
Yeah, and I'm gonna send you an additional $25 dollars, I guess, to that same PayPal address.
Sure.
And then adjust my monthly membership from there.
Okay. Yeah, we love tips.
All right, I guess we'll get started. So, quick introductions. I'm Jason Boyles.
Suzanne Boyles.
Dave. Norris.
Frank Robinson.
Andy and Sarah.
Rob Remiger. Is that just for posterity?
And
Sure.
Pierre.
Yeah, Hero. So, excellent. Just so everybody online knows who we are.
That makes sense.
Let's go ahead and kick into old business. Temporary loan to Frank Robinson, $360, and I do believe that's been paid back.
Yes, it has.
Excellent.
And full.
And
You did receive that payment, right, Piero?
I know of no payments.
the 360 he owes us, Frank owes us.
No, I'm just yanking your chain, Frank. Yes, I got it.
That'd be great. Okay. Ken and Dave's ham radio license test number 2.
Oh, status. Well, a lot of people have asked me to hold the class again, so I am not certain exactly what the dates are going to be because we're rescheduling tests slightly.
Yeah, they've changed, right?
The tests have changed, so it's all new books, but the material's basically the same. The actual questions are different, but
Right.
I mean, it's the same stuff. So, I'm not sure what date. Maybe December, but it's a little late for that.
Yeah.
So, maybe January. Yeah, because we've got a testing session early January, and I don't want to hold a class that conflicts with that testing session. So, I think mid-January. It'll give some time for things to settle.
And also, Jason, in answer to your question last meeting, the test app on Android is up to date completely on its questions.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our nonprofit status is still official, even though there is a database that the IRS keeps track of. And I have to explain this delicately. IRS, the issues that we had earlier in the year where the IRS flagged us for not submitting 3 years worth of taxes was false. They fixed it in one database and forgot to remove it in the other. So there is a box in one of the database fields that says reinstatement date. Now, we technically weren't uninstated, so therefore there is no reinstatement date. But since we are entered into that database, they're flagging us as not being instated, which is not good. At least one of these companies is.
Some people are.
Some people are. So, like, GuideStar thinks we're still a 501c3. There's several other companies that do, but stuff like TechSoup, which goes out and pulls a list every month, pulls it from the database entries that are not valid.
Okay.
So we're still a 501c3, even though the stupid TechSoup and a few other companies aren't recognizing us. And we've called the IRS twice now, I think, to verify that. So it's fine.
TechSoup says that they know it's their fault.
Yeah.
It doesn't change the fact that we still have to call them.
Yeah. So if we want to get software, we have to call them first, then order it, then go through the process. So, yeah.
It's making you aware in case you have any problems getting
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. And please note, always come to me before pulling anything off TechSoup as far as orders go, because we're only supposed to order from them once a year.
Yes. And speaking of that, I did mention that I would go around and get an estimate of what we could use.
Right.
assuming we just put licenses on computers that we're going to use here at the club, I estimated that we would probably need 8 simple licenses, like if we can still get XP or 7.
It'll be Windows 8. That's the only thing we can get.
That's the only thing we can get from them. Okay, so then it'll be probably 16 desktop licenses, and then I take it we can get server licenses from them too.
Yeah, they cost more. But we can.
Okay, so then 16 server licenses as well.
Do they have software or just
That might be a bit
operating
extreme.
systems?
That is that is assuming that we put Windows on all of the servers we're going to use.
Do we
No,
have
I'm wondering if
16
they have-
physical
if they have
servers?
Yes.
Software programs or just operating systems.
Yes. It has software programs too, so Office and things like that. But one get.
And then Office would go on all the desktop computers.
Okay. Well, we'll need to get cost margins for all that because we're not going to buy that many server licenses.
Okay.
I tell you that right now. It's too expensive.
Okay. Well, I need somebody. I need people who have the purposes for the servers to sit down with them and see how many we're actually going to put Windows on. Because I just went upstairs and counted the number of servers that we're going to put in the rack, 16, and figured that we were going to put Windows on all of them.
Oh, hell no.
So exactly. So that's a high-end estimate. That's all right. It's a high-end estimate.
Yeah, if it's and it's enterprise, right, or something.
Yeah. Well, it's whatever we want. They actually have different.
So it's important to remember we're running virtualization, and the enterprise license gives us 4 installs simultaneous.
Right.
So we don't need 16 licenses. We can install 16 servers with 4 licenses.
Okay.
As long as we don't run it on physical hardware.
Yeah.
And that's why I said kind of I'll lay it out, and I'll have to have you look at the website and log in real quick and then see what's there to understand what it is you need to get.
Right, and there's limits on what we can get to. We might not be able to get 16 or something.
That's possible, yeah. I don't know.
Well, we also need to know what we're going to do with it. So.
Yep.
But yes, so that's
That's the
so
rough estimate.
so 16 desktop though is pretty much set for putting workstations where we want them.
Okay.
Having workstations set up for
We'll just
members.
want to iron out how many server licenses. I can only imagine us using 3 or 4.
I had a whole data center and they had like 4 licenses running.
One for Active Directory, one for an Active Directory failover system, and maybe an SQL database if you really want to deal with nightmare.
Yep, and an ADF.
Anyways, moving on. Indianapolis, let's see, nonprofit status. That did not pull it out the way it should. There. So Indianapolis score. So there was a meeting earlier. Oh, there's been 3 meetings since our last discussion of this, with the with the score mentor, and it's been interesting. We're making progress on that. It's just not defined yet, I would say. So I would say probably in December we'll come up with some type of official plan of action with regards to the coming year.
So far the meeting,
Which is pretty close to on time. I was hoping to have this meeting, but we'll have it next meeting.
Yeah.
No big deal.
yeah. So far the meetings with Ravi, the score mentor, have been mostly just establishing what Cyberia is and getting him used to what it is and informing him.
And mostly just informing him what we are and what
Yes.
we do, our mission statement, which is mostly online right now.
Yep.
And then drawing up that one document that we've seen. Fortunately, I haven't had a chance to really read through it completely. It's pretty long.
It needs to be longer. I mean, it's just barely there.
But yeah, I just didn't have a chance today to read through it. Ham radio. We are half the tower up. We got the safety rigging. We're waiting on at least a single dipole antenna or some type of antenna.
Omnidirectional quad band MFJ 1538. That's what we decided on getting because that covers all the bands that the satellite radio does. Yeah.
You got 2 from there, so we'll probably hook that up, get it going, Well, we need to get the aluminum plate and the bridging and a few other things taken care of so we can attach that to the tower and have a jumper point to attach all the antennas to.
Yep.
Once that's done, the radio should be ready to go.
Yep. And we spend the next couple of months test fitting the satellite array.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to build it inside here and
Plus, you're looking at an isolator of some sort for the actuator controllers for electrical storms.
Oh, a gas discharge unit, yeah. For the signal
I
lines.
thought I saw some ones on sale somewhere.
Oh, they're cheap.
Okay.
Sale items. I was hoping Frank would, or Wes would show up.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a spreadsheet lately, and I need that from.
Okay, it's just on the docs account. I'll just.
Does that include Wes's materials?
No,
That's what I'm mostly concerned
Oh,
about.
okay.
I need to know what Wes grabbed and what he didn't grab because I don't have any list of that.
Oh, well, we have to talk to Wes about that. I did not take note of
I
that.
will send Wes an email to get that to me. If that is necessary.
Mhm. I do need to update to add the last few items that sold onto that spreadsheet though.
Please do that.
So
So we can close that account out and the 350, the 360, and all that stuff. The amounts.
oh yeah.
I know you're not selling a whole lot right now, so.
No, nothing. So I went ahead. I did go ahead and talk to Pam, right? That's his wife's name. I went ahead and talked to Pam, and she is interested in doing eBay for us.
Okay.
But not right now because she's currently taking care of vending machines and like 2 other big items
Okay.
that are consuming most of her time in addition to her regular
This is
sale.
Pam.
Wes
Topping?
Topping,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought it was her wife. Her name I just couldn't remember.
I barely could myself. But yeah, so she's currently taking care of selling the other
items
stuff.
he has
Yeah.
already. Yeah. Okay.
But when she's done with that, she did say that she would work with us to generate a contract based on how much she would commission off of it and how much we would make off of it.
Okay. Cool.
So
Yeah, pretty similar to what we had with you, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Great. How did the metal milling class go? I think it went pretty well. I was not here for it.
Oh, that was great.
Okay.
Yeah, we need him back.
and in new business, I'll bring that some store stuff.
Okay. Is there another class coming with it?
I have not been in contact with Ryan after that class. I don't know if we're interested in following up. I tried to encourage Ryan to put together a package of other classes that he might want to market to us by using his instruction with our classroom and our tools, but I haven't heard back from him.
Okay. We have a bunch of people that want welding classes.
Okay.
We've got to get a welding class very soon.
No worry.
Yeah, I know. We've got at least 10 people that have been asking for them. I've got people at the church next door. I've got people in the Burning Man community. There's people everywhere that are asking for it. So welding class is probably number 1 on our list.
Okay, I'll reach out to him again and see if he's interested.
That'd be awesome. Okay. Grants. I'll hold off for a minute on that. Let's see. Has anybody talked to Dave Bonner?
Dave
Bonner.
Oh, what?
About the educational classes he wanted to do with the school.
No.
Okay, that was brought up in the last meeting, and I don't think anybody took that on as a project. So I will wait till Suzanne gets back. I'm pretty sure that just got dropped by the wayside.
Is that David the professor?
No.
No.
He's a gifted students instructor.
Okay.
Orchard Academy or something like that.
Orchard Academy.
And what was he looking at doing?
3D printing and a few other things.
Okay.
There was some interest in maker-oriented items for the students that went there.
Okay.
Just to do like a roadshow type thing.
Was he wanting to do that relatively soon, did it seem like?
Yeah, it was a month ago. We wanted to start on it, and I don't think anybody took it on.
Okay. Well, still worth following up on to see.
There was some Facebook posts about it.
Okay.
The history there.
I haven't been on Facebook in like 2 months.
All right, a group on the west side had a community space oriented at collaborative projects. Essentially, it's a commune. They talked to us about doing some things and work. They're already working with Big Car and a few of the library systems and whatnot to do classes. On a whim, earlier this couple weeks ago, they decided, well, one of their class locations decided to cancel on it. And in a hurry, they had to find a spot, and we were available. So we accommodated them in like I think it was like 5 days, maybe 6 days time, and they went ahead and had their class here, which worked out pretty well.
By any chance, did we charge them a rental fee or anything, or just
No, that was a
sign of goodwill?
sign of goodwill, I think. We're looking at having him come back for more classes, I'm hoping.
Okay. That's
It was kind of cool. He brought in the Chromebooks. He brought about 25 Chromebooks in, set them all up on the tables, and did a online presentation of Google Docs and a few other items they had going on.
what's his name?
I can't ask me. Suzanne knows his name. I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm horrible with names.
Piero, what's the name of the metalworking guy again?
His name is Ryan Kidder.
Ryan Kidder. Okay. Okay.
I think it's still written on the whiteboard outside the classroom.
Oh, okay.
The name of their location is called No Limits House.
Okay.
That's the name of the entity that he's part of. Purchasing firewood. Where did we get with that? Anywhere?
No.
Okay. Kind of have a solution for that if we can get some containers that we can roll around.
We've discussed that.
Teal has said that they are $68 at somewhere. I forget where he said. But he said that they're $68. So
I went to him today.
yeah, he said as long as we can get 2 of them, so you can keep them rotating.
Yeah.
Then that would be good.
Okay.
And he'd start filling them for us.
All right. We just need to know where that's at.
Yeah,
I need to know where.
yeah. So hopefully he'll stop by today. And we can
Yeah, I'll take care of that. And if somebody else can chip in a little bit, that'd be good. But
okay. I'll see what I can do. Suzanne, what's the name of the guy who taught the Internet Tool Belt class here?
From No Limits House.
He didn't teach the class. He hosted it. It was online.
Okay.
His name is Xander Zirin.
Xander.
Here, I can get this spelling.
That is an awesome name.
Well, Xander's just short for Alexander. They just didn't know about it. And then Xander. It's spelled Gieryn.
Thank you.
cool. So hopefully we can reach out to him and have some more classes here soon. Yeah.
Well, he might be here Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, for the Birmingham.
I'm
So
having
on
a
Sunday-
meeting here at
Yeah.
3 o'clock. I'm hosting, and it's about a planning session for projects and events that we're going to do with the Birmingham community. And so, I mean, we'll at least got time out then, and like maybe we'll get more people. At least fun things for our website.
Cool. Yeah. Did oh, you haven't seen your box. I'm hoping Tom put his payment in the locker a couple days ago.
He will.
He was here on Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, it was Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, he said chill on it and he put the money in there.
Yeah, so it should be in there. Just so you're aware, Piero. Winter maintenance on the wood burners pretty much completed for now, I'd say.
Yeah.
You're looking at getting another 55-gallon drum to customize and make a new heat exchanger for
Version 2.0
of the heat exchanger.
So, yeah.
My brother-in-law gets his stuff in polyurethane containers
Okay.
now.
Now, okay. So we'll have to find a different source for a 55-gallon drum. I doubt it's going to be like terribly difficult. I mean, plenty of places.
It's getting more and more difficult because people are getting these kits. So.
Well, I mean, we have until next winter, so
We
we
asked
just keep our. Oh yeah, and we can ask
Yes,
Josh. Just
Probably know right away.
keep our ear to the ground,
Right.
and we should be able to find one. So
Well, I bet Josh has got one stashed somewhere.
Probably. There's probably one back there behind the fence somewhere.
he's probably got a trailer full of them somewhere.
Skylight does need to be repaired.
Yeah.
Yes, something I was going to bring up
And
about
it's
that.
cold now, so we're kind of screwed because the stuff has to cure.
No, instead of using epoxy and the stuff that I heard you guys talking about before, the main problem is mechanical stress
Right.
from the ice. So all we need to do is scrape the silicone off that we put on there, get back down to it, get back down to a flat surface, and put silicone down again, but this time drill it and rivet it. Drill the plexi, drill the aluminum, and put some rivets in there. That'll hold it physically, and then the silicone is nothing more than just the weather seal. So if
That's
it's
an interesting idea.
yeah, so if it tries to expand, the rivets will hold it in place, and the only thing it'll do is compress and relax the silicone, and it shouldn't. And then even if the silicone does unbond from the metals, it's still being pressed together, so it should.
Would it make more sense for us to bolt it in place
No,
instead of rivet it?
no. There's no reason to bolt it. That
Well,
if
Not
we
like
ever
we're gonna take it apart.
yeah, if we ever do need to take it apart for some reason, we'll just use a drill and drill out the rivets. So there's never gonna.
We might have to do that to repair it at some point in the future. But
Sure.
True, but bolting it would require us to be one person inside at the skylight and one person outside at the skylight,
Okay,
which is
yeah.
much more difficult.
Sure. Okay.
So we'd be better off just to rivet it. So
Sounds good to me. All
Frank,
right,
would
so
you
it's a task we have to complete pretty quick.
Frank,
Yeah.
would you be here tomorrow, and you and I can work on that tomorrow?
I will be here tomorrow. There are a few things I have to do tomorrow, but those aside, I should be able to help you do that. Yes.
Okay.
So doesn't that aluminum panel lift off?
The one on the roof
Yeah.
that it's attached to?
Yeah.
No.
You sure?
Yeah. Absolutely 100% sure that it does not lift off.
Okay. Because I thought we had it lifting off at one point, and I was
No.
thinking we could just bring it down then and do it. So
It's screwed in. It's got hinges on it. Screwed into the hinge powder for that whole big aluminum base.
just screws.
Bolts, screws, and stuff that's probably rusted to the point you can't use it.
We have a reciprocating saw.
I would not remove it.
God,
I like your idea, but no.
Right.
So it's leaking enough as it is.
Yes, it's leaking enough. Good point.
Fine, I won't cut it off.
I think that's all we have for the whole business. Unless we wanted to go over our score a little bit more.
Squirrel? Oh, squirrel.
There's really not much there to talk about yet. So,
No. The main thing is we're working on making an actual business plan so that we can present it to anybody that will actually show what our plan for Cyberia is for the next 5 years.
it's up in Google Docs, so
Yeah.
if anybody's interested can contribute to it.
Under which account?
Mine right now, but I can share it too. If you'd like to.
Can you share it with the entire @clubcyberia.org domain?
No, I don't think so, but I can share it with everybody that's got an address.
Okay.
I mean,
And share it to info and she'll be able to, I think.
Yeah. Should be fun.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Club Communications. So we had a second round of communications with TechSoup. They revoked us again, sadly, based on my previous discussion with regards to our nonprofit status, stupid database. We're just gonna try to work with the IRS to try to get that fixed. If not, we'll just have to call the TechSoup every time we want to make an order.
And
Yeah,
that's
to fix
and that's once a year. So
That's once a year, probably, so it's no big deal. We received communication about the use of wood from the owner again. This was also on last month's communications. Yeah, he seems perfectly fine with us using scrap wood or anything that hasn't been chopped. He's also, from what I understand, there's some consideration of us chopping wood if we provide gas and using actual logs instead of just this brass, I guess is what they call it.
Yeah. As Teal was mentioning last night, that he's pretty much got all the wood chopped.
Oh, does he? Okay.
So that's why if we just provide the bins for Teal, he'll get the wood for us and just bring it right to us.
Yep.
That's
So
fine with me.
He's going to fill it with the brass.
for us, and the large. He said he'd even give us the larger chunks that he's just not going to.
Yeah, they'll be the junk. The main thing is we don't want to use the wood the office is going to use, and you're giving them very specific pieces of wood out of it.
Okay.
You know.
Cool. All right. So yeah, there's seems to be a pretty good course of action for most of the winter, if not all of it.
Yeah. We'd be burning the trash basically,
Yeah.
Right.
but not trash.
Do we know
It
what?
actually burns clean.
Do we know right now what pile we can pull from? Back there.
No.
Okay.
That would be teal next.
Yeah, we'd have to go
Okay.
jail for that.
Well, if Teal comes down, then I'd like to tonight run down and get some wood, and with your truck, we'll run down there. I'll load up some wood in the back, bring it down here, and I'll pile it up inside for tomorrow.
Right.
So
Sounds good. communication was received from the Indiana Secretary of State reminding us to submit our annual business entity report by the end of December. It's expected. Last year, I submitted it early, which I shouldn't have done because I forgot to wait for voting before I did that. So, the year before's officer positions were still valid, which I think Suzanne was treasurer.
I sent it in
And then there's
last
some
year.
trustees. No, I did actually. I applied it. It was, but I
Okay.
applied it before the annual. This is the Secretary of State one, not the tax one. There's two different ones.
That's fine.
So yeah,
Team.
there
It
was
doesn't matter.
Wes and Andy are both on there as trustees. So we should by law this year submit one with a secretary, a treasurer, a president, and any trustees we want to have of the organization. These are the people that would be legally responsible for the business of the club. And any documents, accounts, financials, et cetera, would have to be approved by all of those individuals. Yeah, that's it. Of course, that's separate from the actual notarized version that we have at the bank, which will also have to get done at the end of the year.
Yeah, it's updated.
Yeah. New member
Excuse me.
contacted us about gaining access. He's already here, so I'm going on with it.
I succeeded.
Yeah. I've also got some information from a few individuals about payments that were not appropriately handled. No officers of the organization, except the treasurer or secretary, should be accepting any cash payments. And that is final. Not even me. No president is supposed to touch the money. It goes to the treasurer and secretary. Technically, it's supposed to go to the secretary, him make a ledger of it, and then hand that to the treasurer. But we're foregoing that role for the time being until we have a secretary. So there should be an accounting trail of all payments that are due the club. Now, that being said, you can tell another officer that you've made a payment. That's perfectly valid. If you want a receipt of payment, write in the envelope, I need a receipt when you submit it. The locker over here on the wall is where you would submit cash payments, and that hopefully will alleviate some of the issues we've recently had with transactions gone awry. I apologize, Piero. I haven't had a chance to look through your email like you sent yesterday, so I'll do that later today. So that's that. Treasurer's report. Ready for that, Piero, or do you want me to?
So I posted links to our latest financial positions, and those are on the website on the internal discussion forum.
New business.
So I don't know if you want to bring them up on your machine there, or if you want me to put them up on this Hangout here.
You want to try to put them up on Hangout?
I'm not really sure how.
There's be a share option there somewhere.
Share screen.
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's the green one with the arrow on it.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting.
Let's try that one.
Well,
Did you
that's
find him?
Is that working?
You're sharing your Hangout.
All right.
There it
we go.
goes.
Whoa, whoa, there we go.
excellent. All
Render
right, so
time.
there's our list of current members.
All right. Oops.
What are we at right now with membership?
I think we're at 25 again.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's not very good.
I know.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So what are you
Have we-
showing here? Oh, you're showing the balances.
Yeah, what would you like to see?
I was going to start with a P&L, last month's profit loss.
Last month?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, there you go. So as you can see, well, we'll jump right to the bottom line. not much going on there.
No, there's not. So we're not in the negative, but we're damn close.
Uh-huh.
So net income is $65 roughly. That is not good. We had typically been in the past running a profit or an income of about $150 to $300, right?
Yeah, if you want to see the month-over-month net incomes, you can look at the year-to-date version of this document.
That's
No, that was it.
it.
Yeah, each month there. So
It's not profit and loss, though, is it?
total equality, current assets, yeah, total equality.
Or you can just sort of look at asset growth on the bottom there. Anyway, our growth is kind of anemic right now. We've lost members who have slid away. We lost, I don't know if you want me to name names, but haven't heard from Ken Bowman, haven't heard from Rick Fain for a long time. Mike Stackhouse is gone again. So.
Okay, we kind of knew this was going to happen during the winter months, the ending months. So this isn't exactly a surprise.
Right.
So, and we're equipped to handle it.
Yeah, but
So-
these all dropped off like pretty much 90 days ago. I mean, I don't really count somebody as a lapsed member until they haven't paid for 90 days, and then I change their status.
Yeah, your stat
And,
door codes and all
yeah.
that.
If you want to look at the current membership list, it's also in that folder there.
Probably shouldn't put that on YouTube.
I would agree.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot you're casting this on YouTube, aren't you?
Yes.
Yep.
For your records.
I don't keep records
So
of that stuff.
yeah, we'll work through that membership list, and yeah, we'll have to get a hold of those people, see if they want to continue a membership, and get them to come back somehow.
Well, I think it all kind of hints to a larger issue we have with retention. I mean, I think we need to address it in some format.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the score item discussions that we've been talking about as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are we in new business now?
Yeah.
Not yet? Okay.
Still in treasurer's report.
Well, I'll touch on this a little bit in business too.
So approved expenses is the cable bill $60. Sorry, cable bill $60, insurance bill $57.05, rent $800, electric bill, which has remained unknown for the entire year. I think we've only paid like $50 to that, and then he kind of gave up billing us. So
I have not received any kind of electric bill.
agreed. And he may. I think the law says that if they don't bill us in 90 days, it forgoes. So he could bill us for 2 months previous, but right now it's not applicable for beyond that.
Okay.
But I don't think that's a big issue either way. I think he's pretty happy with us as tenants anyway, so we should be okay with that. As winter comes, I would expect some more mumblings from him as electric bills start going up. The church across the hall is set to accomplish something with regards to electric heat over there, which means his electric bill is going to skyrocket this winter. So hopefully they can figure something out and keep us out of the limelight, so to speak.
So is that web metering device still operational?
I believe it is, yeah.
Should be.
Now, whether it functions functions appropriately because it's not three-phase, I don't know. But
What's that?
the web metering device,
Oh,
the electric metering, yeah.
So can there be a link to that on our main web page?
Yes, we would have to do port forwarding again. I think that's been disconnected, the port forwarding part of it.
I would recommend against that, just because it's a very poorly designed device.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's-
yeah.
There's very
Probably
little.
won't do that.
There's very little security to prevent somebody from going in and changing settings and calibration.
Yeah, I mean, you could go in there and say that we ran up $10,000 worth of electricity. Anybody could. They had access to it.
Well, does it have an API that we could hook into and then just display selected values from it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a web interface, so you could probably just build a scraper that would retransmit.
There is an API available for it. I don't know whether or not there's one that is specifically for Joomla, but there's plenty of third-party apps that work with that.
Okay. Yeah, if there's an API, I can pull data from it. No problem.
Yeah.
But again, that's not metering all of our power. That's only half of it.
And really, that's only metering. That's the data. That's the power that he wanted us to pay for. Was all that panel.
It's true. Most of the rest is lights. So
He wasn't concerned about the rest of it, which is well, neither here nor there. So yeah, that's that. We also have to get your proposal for our AWS system.
Okay.
And let us know what charges we need to worry about on that.
Okay. What do we want?
We need to know how much we're spending
Okay.
for the website.
So you need a billing report.
Yes.
Oh, that's no problem. Yeah.
We need
We're
that.
spending about $12 a month so far.
Okay.
Later on in new business, we'll talk about the vote I had up on the website about domain registration.
Okay.
Committee, membership committee. We don't have a membership committee here. Member here. Mick has not submitted a committee report to me, and
He's chatting right now in the Hangout.
Yeah, he's in the chat hangout. He's not in the hangout.
He's talking about wanting to do exit reviews, so I think he's volunteering himself to do that. If he's not, then
huh?
He's okay. So we were talking about the fact that we've gone from like 40 members down to 25, and he mentioned.
Oh, doing it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, doing,
Absolutely.
Yeah, doing exit interviews to find out how to stop the bleeding. Of
Absolutely.
members.
Totally agree.
So
I need somebody to work on that. Absolutely.
sounds like he's volunteering himself.
Please, if you can do this, I ask you, please volunteer.
Okay.
I'll get you, Piero, you should have mostly contact information for the people that we've lost, right?
Yeah, I've got all of it.
We'll do some exit interviews and see what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say just draw up a list of questions, throw them up on Google Docs, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
People can edit the list and finalize it, and then we'll put that report out. I would like to probably do it'd probably be easiest to do a survey-based one. That way we can email it too. So Google Docs survey would probably be perfect for that.
Yeah.
How about something cute like SurveyMonkey?
That's.
It's kind of the same thing.
I was gonna say that's basically what Google Docs survey is SurveyMonkey.
Mm.
SurveyMonkey's just a paid. Well, it's not a paid version, but it's a.
That's
It's the same thing, only it's not through Google.
Yeah, it's not Google. That's basically it.
The Google one throws it into a nice Excel spreadsheet, does all bar graphs, pie graphs, whatever you want automatically. So it's kind of nice. So does that.
Yeah.
I've used that early on when I was developing the makerspace to do some surveys. I think that's pretty good. How are we doing on the? Well, I'll wait till after that. Checking the issues.
Does anybody have any questions about those numbers on the P&L statement?
No.
Okay.
Other than they suck, I don't think anything else really can be said about it. It looks pretty proper to me.
Okay.
I like your reports, by the way. Thank you.
Yes. Very good job, Piero. Thank you.
Maybe I'll figure out one day how to actually add some color pie charts or something like that. Get fancy.
It'd be nice to see a trend of our balances in a graph form. Would be something to work on, maybe.
Right. Well, there's like a whole report collection here. I guess I could start generating some. I mean, they've got like template, type of things you can run on your business, nonprofit business report batch. So maybe I'll spit out a few of those and see if they're worthwhile to get some information from.
Yeah. Now that we have about a year's worth of data, we can actually graph something.
There's data.
So, building committee, how's the organization and cleaning going on around here?
Not the best.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. The woodshop area got cleaned up fairly nicely.
yes, it was in sorry shape to begin with, unfortunately. It's an issue. But yes, Andy, hopefully, he did a wonderful job helping vacuum and clean up. We got the wood shop very well cleaned up. We got the wood for the wood we were originally planning on burning put into a pile. It probably will not be burnt anymore because after looking through it, it's mostly pine and glue-based wood. So we really need to avoid burning that stuff this year.
Yep.
So we're going to look at either throwing it out or keeping what little pieces we need out of it, and then find something to do with the rest that's not burning it in our stove.
Right.
Other than that, cleanliness has stayed about where it's been.
Mm-hmm.
There's messes on the tables that need to be cleaned up. The mess from the stove is still there. I'll clean that up tonight. Jason, there's a table stuff from your speaker project we need to go through.
Sure. We can work on that.
Other than that, I can't think of anything cleanliness-wise. I'm going to go ahead and mention this here instead of new business. So,
Building oriented?
yes, it is built. Well, no, I'll save it for new business. Go ahead.
The equipment committee. We have a 4x8 CNC. Is there any status update on that?
The last one that I know
Yes.
of is we're ready for electronics.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, Kevin is working on building the
Not doing it.
I think it was Piero's phone. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, right now we're working on. Right now, Kevin is working on the vertical action, and for the Z-axis section, which is why the gantry has been removed. And the next step is going to be installing motors and training and hooking that into electronics.
Cool. All right.
There'll be an update actually on the web page. That's this month's featured project. I just haven't got it all typed up and put together yet. I've gotten really busy at work.
Okay.
I have to kill my boss. The one
Probably not the
who's
most appropriate thing to say on our YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
There's that.
Yeah, we've all felt that way.
You're gonna have to wait now, Andy.
I know you're sarcastic, but
yeah.
I know it's being sorry. Facetious. Whatever. Yeah. Cool. All right. The laser cutter project. Have we gotten text documentation of what we want written up yet? Has anybody done that? I need that written up so I can submit it to people to get funding for it. I have to have something in a proposal that says, this is what we're going to build, this is what we need, this is how we're going to do it, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
And oh, by the way, we're going to do classes with it and blah, 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 to accommodate our nonprofit status, and then we'll start shipping it out to get grants.
That has not happened yet.
Yeah, that's got to happen before we can. I mean, we found a couple grants that would work for it, but nothing's going to. You can't apply for it until we have something that tells them what we're doing.
Right. Okay.
And that same thing kind of goes with another getting funding for a person.
Yeah.
Because that was discussed a couple weeks back. That really isn't part of the equipment, but I talked about it a little bit anyway. Let me find where I need to put that. Probably have new business, I guess, since I didn't technically talk about it last month. Thank you for looking that up, by the way, Frank.
I'm not sure what I looked up, but okay.
You looked through the meeting to see if I
Oh, right.
talked about
Yes.
it. For a part. So we'll need to draw up a proposal for what that staff person will do on site. Essentially a job description.
Yeah.
And And also, that person will probably be responsible for scheduling classes and doing tasks that would accommodate our nonprofit status, specifically. That would be the way we would have to go in order for a grant to be provided.
So they'd be taking, in addition to taking care of the shop, they would be doing what?
The tasks that would accommodate our nonprofit status, which is, scheduling classes, organizing classes, doing business management, or organizing, things like that. It's a very we have to accommodate the nonprofit status.
Well, yes,
employee.
But the thing is, I see them taking care of the facility as accommodating the nonprofit, facilitating the nonprofit status.
That actually will not sell. This just won't sell it.
Okay.
It's not good enough to sell to a grant, right?
Okay.
That's the problem we're having. Is we have to. Anybody that's going to provide us money for a part-time person is going to want that to be tax deductible to the point where the IRS is going to be happy with it. They're also going to want to be able to tout that and take that to their board and say, hey, we're helping this nonprofit out doing this and this and wonderful things to classes and kids and blah 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 blah.
Well, then the only other thing is.
But we can work this out in detail more.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But yeah, we would have to look into that and write that up. Find those descriptions, define those descriptions,
yeah,
and then we can ship that out to grant writers.
Yeah,
and there are grants out there for that, just like the grant you got. That was just a small business grant. That wasn't even a nonprofit one. So there's better ones for nonprofits out there as well. So, okay, cool. So we'll need to get those out there.
Do we want to set a meeting date to have a meeting about that job description? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, just typing the note in here real quick about it. All right, I'll type the rest of that. Back up here to committees. So we got the equipment committee.
Well,
events.
Hang on.
Setting something for equipment.
No, setting the date for the meeting for talking about to come up with a description for the employee.
When do you want to do that?
When are you available?
It's in the calendar.
You and or Suzanne.
It's looking like. It's looking like Tuesday would be the first day available I have, the first night.
In the evening?
Yeah.
What time roughly?
6.
All right, Tuesday at 6. Okay.
And that may be tentative. I do have work I got to do that day, but hopefully it won't run long.
Okay,
Theoretically it won't, but
let's go ahead. Can you set up a backup date?
Wednesday's no good. Thursday's no good. Friday's no good. Next Saturday.
Okay, next Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. That's just regular time. Okay.
Regular shot time.
Okay, so we'll set the meeting for Tuesday at 6. If that falls through, then we'll just have the meeting on not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and I did put calendar entry in for myself.
All right. Yeah, I'll create one here.
All right, back up to equipment. Do we have anything else that we need to talk about equipment-wise?
No.
New stuff?
Did we get new stuff?
New business?
Oh,
No, equipment-wise. It's still under committee.
yeah, the frying would count as equipment. Power surge.
Oh yeah, we had some sort of power surge yesterday that blew stuff up.
Yeah. So we lost a battery backup that's on the electronics bench. Luckily, it does not appear that any of the electronics equipment was harmed because the battery backup took the brunt of it. Upstairs, did the network router get scrambled?
If nothing else, the power blinked or the power cycled.
The NVRAM probably wasn't saved on accident.
So that'd be my guess.
So we need
So you
to.
have to actually save it on the Cisco device and not just, it doesn't save itself.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so we need to reset the router then. And then other than that, we talked to Josh, building owner, and told him about this. He said he had one other instance of power in the building. He went ahead and called IPL, and the IPL will be coming out to look at the transformer outside of the building because there have been complaints of sounds coming from the transformer that would indicate problems with it. So IPL will come out and look at that.
Okay.
And hopefully that might fix a few more power problems that we have, like, odd voltages and stuff. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had some odd voltages pull on a few of our legs off of one of the transformers. Probably the one in the building, but
yeah,
if it's that one, then great.
Yeah, things will be fixed. So that's that.
All right. The event committee. What events do we have coming up? So right now, I don't know of any.
Why don't we have a Christmas Eve sort of party?
I would
That's
love
next
that.
month. Or a holiday party. Open house.
All right.
Ugly sweater party. Yay!
If you like.
Sounds good to me.
You can wear whatever you want.
I want to
Or we
take that
can
here.
start now and put a hack of ornaments contest.
Oh God, yes, that's awesome.
How about that?
Oh, what? Oh, hackable ornaments. Got it. Yeah.
Hack and ornament contest.
Excellent. Yeah.
Do you think people would play?
I don't know. We'd have to have something to give away as a contest prize, I'd say.
Well, what prize would make you play?
$20 Amazon gift card. That'd be enough for me.
Yeah, we can do that. I'd fund that.
I was about to say, I'll put $10 towards the gift card. So.
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah, I'll at least get people interested in doing some type of little ornament. Yeah. Okay.
Amazon gift cards.
Amazon gift card it is.
All right.
Maybe a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. First, second, third.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, so we'll announce that on the website, announce it on Facebook, announce that wherever we can. We'll need to come up with some contest rules.
We had a good turnout for our last holiday open house last year, so I figure we should do it again.
Yes, nobody will ever forget that.
Oh, it was great. We got new members from it.
Oh, it was great. It was the week after, and the week after that, and the week after that.
Oh, because somebody must have played.
Yes.
I remember that.
Okay, so maybe we should hand out free airborne at the door.
Yes. What hand sanitizer stations
And
everywhere.
we have a vent system this year, so we need to utilize that and just keep the air vented out.
We somehow half the population got sick from
Over half, yeah, over half.
And it wasn't food. It was
No, it was flu.
something else.
Somebody brought
several people in the same area.
Yeah, yeah.
It was basically like miniature con crud. That's what it was. Yeah, that was not fun.
But yeah, we'll fire up the ventilation, keep the heater running pretty good.
That was 24 hours of just pure pain in bed. Just
That's okay.
pure pain. But it was worth it. The party was fun, so
Yep.
it was worth it. Would this be another thing we want to cater and have a budget for catering then? Or do we want to do it like last year and just have it potluck? Or
I
do
like the potluck idea because it's cheap.
Potluck for sure, but it doesn't mean
Yeah.
we can't like order some main course
Yeah.
and like ask every member to bring something.
I like that idea. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
What do we want to do for budget?
Well, $100 last time got us a fair bit at Subway. So we probably wouldn't want to do Subway for a midterm.
Something warm, yeah.
Yeah, something warm. I would be thinking like along the lines of soups and hot sandwiches, maybe. Well, not hot sandwiches, because Subway things. Soups and, I don't know, some kind of entree. Hot, warm entree.
Okay.
My mind jumps to steaks, but I don't think we're going to be.
First Saturday in
I'm thinking
December.
chili, but whatever.
Ooh, yeah, chili. That's perfect.
For your soup, I mean, it's the
Yeah.
same idea. Or like some chicken.
Sure.
Or something.
I will not be here the first Saturday in December.
And the second.
Neither will Suzanne.
Yeah, what about the second Saturday?
The second Saturday I'm open.
Let's do that.
Okay.
13th?
Yeah, second
Do
Saturday.
13th for holiday
Okay.
open house.
So we've been moving the open house in December from
Yeah, let's move it.
from the
No sense in doing it the first Saturday. We'll have people here still in case people show up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, let's just move
Okay.
that to the 13th to accommodate that.
Okay. I don't know how to spell. I don't care.
All anything else class-oriented?
I have stuff again for new business that's class-oriented.
I have a teacher that wants to teach intro to knitting. I don't know if we should have that here though. Got some more girls here.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, I don't see why not. We can have the class here.
No, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'd probably take a knitting course.
Would you? Awesome. I'm gonna take it.
Actually, no, I'm going to take that too.
Make your own hats and scarves. I mean, it's all about me.
That would be the big benefit. I could make my own scarf that's, like 50 foot long, not a doctor scarf, but like 50 foot long, and
Who's
really,
the name of
That might be good for cosplay.
yeah.
Do you have a name to go with that?
Yeah. Betsy
was
Hannity.
it Baker, right?
Oh, okay.
How to knit your own Baker scarf.
Oh, that'd be awesome to have a interview. That'd be great.
Actually, Frank, making a scarf, there's a loom that they can use. It's technically crochet, because it's not the knitting pattern. But there's a loom that you can make for scarves. It's very easy to make with 7 nails and a couple of pieces of wood. I can show you. I make one of those. We learned knitting and crochet in 5th grade at my school.
5th grade, really?
Yeah.
That's part of home ec usually.
They don't have
I
home ec
did.
at my school.
Actually, we
They just taught me how to
didn't do
make-
specifically home ec, but our 5th grade teacher was very big on making things, crafts and mold gardens and.
Anything else?
Sister Thomas was really cool.
Want to talk about for new classes or anything? So,
Okay, so I'll go. I've been waiting long enough. I'll go ahead and bring this up, even though it's technically kind of new business. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and 3 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in January. We've got Xander Greerin, Ryan Kidder, the knitting person. We've got a lot of people who. We've got a lot of people who have expressed interest in teaching various classes. You've expressed an interest in teaching a class on how to make a bow.
ooh.
So,
I'll take that class.
Yeah.
It's cheap and it's fast.
yeah.
See the Game of Thrones things.
Oh, there you go. So in January, there are 14 Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I just want to get at least one class on each of those days.
Okay.
And then in addition to that, we might even have Dave's classes on Mondays.
Not an open house day.
Okay, so 13
Yeah.
days on Fridays. Saturdays,
No
and Sundays.
past any cake.
Is that also going to run concurrent with the business meeting on Friday and the movie night that's already scheduled in?
That's
How about
good.
have something scheduled on every day?
Well,
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
well, here's the thing. For things like business meetings and movie nights, we might be able to schedule the class before the meetings and the movie nights.
Oh yeah, all the more power to you if you can double book a day.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave the days in there to do that, but if we can't, then no big deal. It'll be 11 days. But we'll still have
Okay.
content on those
Yeah,
those
you can do it.
Fridays.
Go for it.
So I think I want to try and get these slots filled as quickly as possible, because then the other thing we can do is we can then call up all these members we've been losing and say, hey, listen, January, guess what's happening?
Yeah.
Lots of stuff.
So we need somebody to come to consolidate all of the materials we have had over the past year, 2 to 3 years actually, emails and such, and put them in a giant list. Probably the what's the name of that? MailChimp. It would probably be a MailChimp list,
Okay.
and then blast it out.
The only problem I can think of with having so many classes is that people really pick and choose which one they go to, and then there won't be good attendance.
Well, that's why I want to do it. That's why I don't want to do more than one class a day and have them spread out with, the weekdays in between them. I think that should be enough to keep it from seeming like it's all bunched up. So,
Okay.
I don't
And
see
if
it being
people
a problem.
can't make it one time, we can try and reschedule them in February.
And yeah, and that's the other thing. If we have enough people who aren't able to make it in January for a certain class, then we can try and reschedule that class for a second session in February and carry it over.
Yeah. I mean, we had good luck this time last year with classes. So
What about having like a project that would be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? That might be a better way to go. It's a bigger thing. That might be fun for a weekend.
You mean a class that lasts like Friday,
A
Saturday?
3-day class, yeah.
Yeah, and that's
That
entirely
might be
possible.
cool.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it has to be like a weekly reoccurring class. It can be one class that takes up the 3-day slot. I just want to fill the slots. So
I mean, you taught them the classes, you can't really get too much in one class, so that might be good for a weekend.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a bigger subject.
Yeah. So we'll need so if somebody can come up with the MailChimp list for people to send it out to.
I have a big
I don't know
access database.
Hmm?
I have a big access database of everyone that's ever like said hi from Cyberia.
Everyone?
Well, I haven't updated in a while, but I can add all the new people in.
Okay. So if you can take care of that, I'm going to work on making a database and contacting the people who would be interested in instructing. So it's essentially an instructor's database.
What about a 3D printer build weekend? I mean,
Sure.
that might be good for the weekend because some people kind of might want to do that.
That's right. We were originally planning on doing 3D printer builds. So we've got that to add in there then. I mean, we've got, 11 to 13 days to fill.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got to fill it, and we can we can have a meeting for that later if we want to, or because this is the November meeting, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah. So we can bring this up at the December meeting to
Finalize, yeah.
finalize.
And I want to try to work that out well before then to try to get anything
yeah.
we can out. I'll be
Yeah.
Yeah. I
as
want
things start.
I want
to
it.
get this put together
As-
before
Yes, I want it to be
December 1st.
finalized at the December meeting.
The reason, the
It should be
primary
finalized
before, and the
before December.
primary reason
Okay.
for that is people are going to start shopping for presents right
Right.
now. So
Okay.
we want to have it probably before Thanksgiving.
And definitely before the open house anyway, so my schedule.
For Thanksgiving. Okay, so I'll make a push for it then.
Yeah, if you can, I mean, that'd be great. And just do what you
Okay.
can. I mean, get something out there.
Okay. So I'll start getting names and contact info for instructors then.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can get the list together to blast it out to. So I think that was following up here. So, yeah. And then this will give us something to talk about at the open house, the holiday open house, and yeah.
AWS. I do have some financials on AWS. I didn't realize I had that. It's under our website page instead. First year was $8 a month, and then separate database instance is $16 a month.
Okay.
I don't know what that. Are we using a separate database instance?
That was estimation, wasn't it?
That was probably an estimate. I mean, I can see exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. That was an estimation.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember he mentioned if we needed a separate database instance, it would be $16 a month.
Okay.
I don't think we're actually using one, are we?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So maybe it wasn't an estimate.
Well, that's roughly $25 a month.
At the high end, it can be. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let you work that, and I'll continue on the security committee. We need video cameras.
Yes.
PoE cameras, wireless cameras that hook into our Ethernet, whatever we can find, we need cameras.
So we've lost 2 cameras. We lost the hallway camera and the parking lot camera. These are the only 2 cameras that I would want to invest money in, whether members are willing to donate money to invest into them or whether we try to locate some club funding to invest in them. All the other cameras, I think, can be cheap cameras. These 2, I think, need to be good quality,
HD.
HD, color,
Wide angle.
well, the parking lot one, I think, is the one that we need to be wide angle. The hallway one, I think we could just make a pan tilt zoom one. Yeah, because then we can just move it around as needed. Perfect. The only thing with the parking lot one is there has been renovation to the entrance. They have added a whole bunch of lighting, which is a very good thing for a camera system. However, they will be adding an awning to the top of our entrance. So they've already said that it will actually cover the box that our camera is currently mounted on. So we'll have to take our camera down. It's broken anyways. They'll mount up the awning, and then we need to look at where we can mount the new camera and find a camera that fits that position properly, has the right kind of angle and everything, and mount everything. And we need to get the camera and mount it up.
It shouldn't be too bad to do.
No.
I'll see
longer
the
to
issue
describe
with that.
Pretty much.
It'll be harder to find the funds to do it.
Yeah, that'll probably be the hardest bit.
But yeah, we need cameras, and we need more cameras than just those two. I mean, those are the two that we want good quality ones, but we need cameras all over the place.
Mhm.
The more the merrier. So if anybody has any laying around somewhere that are junk, let us know.
Yes.
We'll try to repair them even. Let's see. New business.
Okay.
Do we have we need a secretary, don't we?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I volunteer to be the secretary, interim secretary starting immediately, because we need that for legal reasons.
Yeah, I'll second that. If it needs to be
Doesn't even need to be seconded.
I was gonna say.
It's an appointed position until our voting for December, so yeah.
Okay.
I hereby appoint you secretary.
Okay.
Okay.
And thank you very much.
All right.
So let me adjust this up here.
Okay, and then I have some stuff here. I'm ready. Oh,
What's your last name again, real
did we
quick?
lose Piero?
H-A-S-S-A-M-A-R-A.
Okay.
Somebody said it didn't look right.
Everybody looks at it and they go, no, it can't be that
I
simple.
know. Appointed. And technically, I'm not supposed to appoint the position, but the way the laws are written, I can get away with it for now.
For a whole month.
Yeah.
As long as the bylaws allow it. It's
Yeah, the
fine.
bylaws allow it
If you're-
as an interim position, but it can only be until the next election.
And thank you. I will note that in the business.
I'll put it back on.
Which one is that? It's the Moorcroft one? Yes, that's mine. Yeah. I was wondering where that wandered off to.
All right.
Oh, Piero's locker.
Ah,
I already discussed that earlier. The trustees, appointed secretary. So right now we have 4 people on our business registration with the state. Myself, Suzanne, Wes, and Andy. That will probably extend to 5 next year, is my hope.
yeah, because I can't be trustee and secretary.
No, you would flip from trustee to
Right.
secretary, and we need at least, well, technically we need 3 trustees, but no, we don't really need 3 trustees. We only need 3 people to be on the organizational list legally, but we should have a treasurer, a secretary, and a president.
Yeah.
Those 3 people.
And then whatever trustees we want to add, we can have as well.
Okay.
I put another reminder about payments, and don't put any payments in the or don't hand any payments to officers. Put them in the box.
All right.
Well, technically, they can hand them to me now.
Yes.
Myself
yes.
or Piero.
And actually, what we'll probably write in the bylaws next year is all funds will go to you, a ledger made, and then you hand them over to Piero.
It's fine.
And the reason why is so it's check and balance. Dual book system technically is the way we're supposed to operate.
Okay. I'll need to get a lockbox
Yeah.
for payments and for when I'm not here.
I was hoping you could
Or
work
whatever
with
second-
Piero
whatever.
or however you want to do that to maybe hand over a locker or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Well, we'll talk.
Locker seems easy. Just flip it.
We'll talk about Ken's locker.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a bad
Ken's
idea.
got a locker out there right now. I've never asked for or needed a locker before, but this is
Yeah.
as a secretary, the secretary would need a locker.
Definitely.
And I would definitely be interested in actually picking a specific locker for the secretary and cutting a slot, an actual slot into the locker. Because,
Okay, we can do that.
so, anyway.
Excellent. I like that a lot.
In fact, we should probably just designate that locker secretary
That'd be probably-
rather than my particular name because I don't need it for personal stuff.
You know, I was wondering
I
since
keep all that up in the box
I
upstairs.
was going to say, since we added those lockers on the end here, should we just go ahead and designate that locker system for the board members?
If we can get a couple of these upstairs, put doors on a couple of them, yes.
Okay.
doors and some type of method of latching them, locking them, whatever.
Okay.
So I want to at least have a place for members to lock stuff up if they want to, if they feel the need to.
Yeah.
Usually hackerspaces don't have a problem with things being stolen, but occasionally people just don't want to take a risk.
Yeah, people have asked me about why do we have all cameras, and I've explained to them it's not so much that it's stolen as much as sometimes somebody will use something that doesn't belong to them, not realizing that it wasn't community.
Right.
And this is our way of going back and tracking it down.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay.
Is there anything else new business kind of oriented?
Other non-community things on the main floor? Other non-community items on the main floor?
Yes.
A handful of them. There's a couple of tool chests back here and the
The
lockers.
tool chest, yeah. And lockers, yeah. Those, I mean, I meant like equipment.
Most of the equipment down here is community.
Yeah,
It
the
should be.
equipment should be community.
That'll make things easier on the member.
And any supplies that aren't community should be marked so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Required.
Yep. It's required that it's marked so.
All right. Any other new business before I continue with my final item?
Yes. So this is technically from Mick. He sent me these notes in a text of things that he wanted to bring up. I don't know if he's been having trouble connecting or what to be here.
Okay.
He brought up the idea of having a mandatory orientation class for members, explain safety issues, liabilities, and consequences for failure of action, encourage self-checkouts, and friend checks. So the idea is every month we would hold one of these classes, and once you become a new member, you would have like 3 months. We give you 3 grace months to take one of these classes. And if you don't take it, then we start having issues of some sort. It says we need to have legitimate consequences for failure to observe bylaws and safety. Again, towards the goal of safety. We should appoint several members to be capable of penalizing others for failure to comply. So have some type of regulatory organization. Then he brought up the idea of actually requiring certification for machines. I believe we've had some issue of members using machines without knowing completely how to use them and causing problems.
Sure, I mean, it's hard enough for people who know how to use the machines to not break them.
Yeah, some of them are old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, or, you know.
I mean, it's great that you put a phone number of somebody that could help you.
Mhm.
I think that's a good idea, especially if you brought it in and be like, hey, I know how to use this. Call me if you're using it.
Yeah.
So it was require certification for the use of machines and then hold certifications classes. So not like a industry certification, but a personal certification inside the club.
Club certification.
Yeah, club certification on machines.
How not to damage the machines, basically.
Yeah, seems basically the idea behind what I did with the CNC classes.
Yeah.
This is the minimum information you need to know to not mess up the machine.
And not die while using the machine.
That's actually pretty easy to avoid on that one.
Well, yeah.
That'll break a whole lot easier than that. But things like the table saw, I still walk past the table saw and see the blade out.
Yeah, that's good. So those are Mick's recommendations, things that we really need to look at.
Mick also posted one more item for that, Frank. I don't know if you saw it yet.
Oh.
I wanted to also suggest offering services as a think tank to businesses to obtain working capital.
I'm not so sure about that idea.
Offering services as a think tank to what?
To think tank to businesses to obtain working capital. Basically, charging for ideas.
Yeah, and that really kind of falls outside of our nonprofit status. And
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
doesn't?
It falls within what we.
Oh no, wait, we're research and development, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Educational research.
Prototyping would probably make more sense.
Yeah.
Prototyping would. Intellectual property issues are all reside to the individuals that come to the club. We don't hold any intellectual property as a club at any
That's why it would be
organization.
advantageous then, because we're nonprofit.
Yeah.
We don't
That-
technically,
that-
letting non,
That's actually also a good point. Do we have any type of regulations on intellectual property here?
Our regulations are
No,
very.
there's something in a document. Let me see.
Okay.
There's part of our membership packet that specifies
it might take me a minute to find
it's
it.
to
Oh,
the
somebody
owner.
wrote.
It's to the owner of that,
Okay.
or the creator of that.
So if we were to do these think tanks, we'd have to have these people sign things.
Sign NDAs, sign this, sign that. It would become cumbersome.
Yeah, that seems. Yeah.
As far as that goes. Now, if it's prototyping,
Yeah.
that's a little different.
Yeah.
And that would
Now, yeah.
that would actually be a part of. Yeah, that's tough. That's real tough.
I think what we need to do is, for right now, we just focus on the education and the providing a space for people to use. Focus on that, and then down the road we can look at doing things like prototyping
and
expanding like that.
I have thought of going into that realm before. It's not out of the possibility of a nonprofit to do that. It's just a little bit on the difficult side because you start dealing with intellectual property and having those rights handed over to the organization instead of being held privately.
I would even go so far as to say that we probably would want to have some type of legal authority working for us before we venture into intellectual property area.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So, have a lawyer working for us or something along those lines.
All right, so I will put that down, but that's gonna probably be tabled for a while.
Yeah.
Until we can determine how we're gonna deal with that.
Oh, wow. That was a fun call.
Sorry, I'm correcting some mistakes that I made hastily typing notes here. So the final item I have is I will likely next year be relinquishing my duties as president to focus on family work and another organization that I've been entrusted to run. That decision hasn't been easy to come by. I like this organization a lot. I'm an original founder as well as have been the original president since its founding an organization. I've invested my own time and thousands of hours of that, along with a lot of money to make this place happen. And it's tough to do.
Quite literally some blood on occasions.
Oh God, yes. A large chunk of my finger has been given to this facility.
I could say we've all given a piece of our body.
Yeah.
Just
some manner or
Some
another.
manner or another.
Yes, it's fine. But I don't want my obligations outside of here to be of detriment to the progress that we're trying to make. I want to be able to make sure this place succeeds and survives, and not just survives but thrives, and does what we want the organization to do. It's a great organization full of great people, and I have pretty good confidence that there shouldn't be a problem with this going forward. Of course, I will be here helping behind the scenes and in front of the scenes as much as possible. I'm not going to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would be happy being a trustee by all means of the organization, and definitely I want to help out and improve the place and continuing on its goals and strategic direction. I want to make sure that is ironed out, put in front of other people, and maybe some additional funding thrown our way.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to have this score system concept written out, finalized, and done as soon as possible.
Yeah.
The sooner we can do that, the sooner we can go in front of CEOs of other companies and say, hey, look at our cool nonprofit. Do you want to help fund us?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be a corporate sponsor for this?
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the primary ways that nonprofits make their money now is through corporate sponsorships. Yep. So having a very detailed, clean, concise plan that we can throw in front of them, not just a executive front page, but also the 10-page paper that goes behind it, that tells what we're doing, what's our 3-year plan, what's this, what's that, is going to be important going forward, especially now that we've received our nonprofit. So I'm excited about where we're heading. I'm excited about what's happened so far, and it's only looking up. We've got some great things coming. Once we have a few things more written down and oriented, we can start going after them. Yeah, it's going to be fun next year.
And it would not be the same without you. So
Well, I'm not going away.
so don't. We will find you.
Yes,
we will drag you back.
Health, health meriting. I won't go away.
Yeah, we can replace limbs.
So I am so come. So this is technically our nominations should be in this today for who will be voted on next month. However, I'm going to forego that and put a lot of that online through our forums for now. And we'll start discussions in our forums and encourage our members to utilize those forums to talk and commerce about who may become president, as well as organize some decisions that need to happen next month.
Okay. So we'll go online and create a forum post. Do we want to do like one for a post for each position, or just one post for?
I'd recommend a post for each position.
Post for each position?
Yeah, there's too much overlap and crosstalk the other way around.
Okay, agreed.
All right. So I'll probably even make a subsection of voting, and then.
And I don't mind becoming ambassador. and a trustee.
Sending you around.
That's Greg's job. You can't just take it from him.
Yeah. What, you're coaching Greg's position?
I gotta talk to Greg. Where's Greg go, by the way?
He left.
Yep.
He had to go. Yeah, he was just here while waiting for his wife.
Ah, okay. Final item.
Darn,
which
I
I
didn't know
forgot
he
about.
was here. I needed to ask him for something.
Well,
The final item we forgot to talk about was approval of domain registration funds. I wish I would have thought of that when Piero was online earlier. I needed to ask him what funds we had available, but it looks like we have the financial budget, so we have a little bit of money to spend, but not much.
Yeah. Is that enough for a single year?
Yeah, we have.
oh yeah.
We got enough to spend for a single year. And if
Then maybe
if
we
anything, I
should
can
just do the same year this time and
re-register next year.
when we register next year again. Yeah.
All right. All in favor of doing a year's worth of funding for?
How much is a year and how much is 2 years?
A year is $34,
Yeah,
wasn't it? And 2 years was
60 something.
no, I thought it was
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
coming up.
yeah, it was like 65, 68.
34 and 64. 34 for 1 year, 64 for 2 years. The majority of people voted for either 2 years or 4 years or whatever's longest. 4 years, the
We can't
funding,
afford
it's
4.
$116 for 4 years. I'm actually a little worried of doing 4 years because people will forget who has the registration after 4 years. I don't want that to happen.
That is a good point.
Well, registration should be set up to go to Webmaster at.
That's true.
Yeah, right now it's under my account through Domain Monger. I'll have to figure out how to split that out. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
you should be able
give
to
them-
create a new account. And
Yeah.
transfer it over.
Give them a call and they'll
One moment.
help you with that.
Okay, yeah, so it's in your account. We need to transfer it to our account?
Possible.
Okay. If we need to do that, we'll have to pay twice.
Through Domain Monger?
I don't know what a domain monger is, but
That's the main registration system. You
Yeah.
don't need to pay twice.
Yeah, we shouldn't need to pay twice.
You should be able to. You should be
Within
able
the same
to.
registrar, you should not have to worry about that.
Yeah, you should be able to transfer the
Should.
ownership to a
Never
different.
done it.
No,
it's never been my experience.
No, hang on.
Even within the same registrar.
Real quick, hang on, real quick. Just, I'm not sure what that was.
Tom,
Tom,
of course,
no.
fucking stoner tripping over shit. What's that?
Does Amazon have a registrar service?
They do. They just started one.
Would we want to just go ahead and
Oh,
since we have the
there's a
Amazon Web
slut.
Services for our...
I don't think we can do that right now.
Okay.
Whenever
I'm
you're
not
here.
letting too many people transfer until they're solidified on their registration.
Oh, and
Well, I mean, how long before we have to
You know,
register? Are we in our
you
lock
can
period?
But I mean, I
Oh,
guess
well,
we
then we
could
should-
I can
That's
just do
what we
it
should
for
probably
a year
consider then.
and see what we're doing.
Okay. Yeah, we're not locked right now. We're
PayPal.
just pending payment.
What's
Okay.
PayPal?
Pending payment?
I mean,
Here's the payment.
we got to pay beyond December, I think.
Okay.
So by the end of the year, we have to pay. Otherwise,
We have been billed for the next year now,
Well, then
but
we
we
might.
have not been locked out.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we need to do that immediately, though.
Yeah.
It would have to happen in the next month or two.
In the
I
next
think
month.
by the end of December it will be out.
Yeah. So in the end of the month.
I put the time date that expires in the on the webs form.
Like, what kind of?
All right. So I missed there for a second. What are you looking at doing?
Transferring to AWS.
Okay. All right.
Possibly. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Why don't you
Yeah,
just bring
looking-
cash? What's wrong with you?
According to this, it's February 6th.
Oh, well, heck, that's a fair amount of time.
Should be.
Oh,
Those
What
are
time
registered.
of membership?
February 6th.
Yeah, February 6th.
What was that?
Oh, February.
Okay, so
So
we
we
got
got plenty of
time.
time.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
So we'll look up we'll probably table this discussion until December's meeting.
Yeah. Okay. So it's table for now. Figure out
No,
how
your
much,
wife is
and if
Jones
it's possible for us to
bookstore.
transfer it
That's
to
your
Amazon.
What day is the December meeting?
December 13th.
That's too long.
Are you guys at this party tomorrow?
Because we
I'm
have,
gonna go
we have
see
to, if we're going to transfer, we have to do it 90 days, longer than 90 days before.
Okay. Well, so can we? And how much would it cost to transfer it
What's
to
their
Amazon?
cost for registration?
Here, PayPal here. That's probably weird.
All right. Well, we might not end up tabling this, so we gotta find out the cost first. If it's cheaper, we'll do it.
If
If it's more
it's
expensive, we might as well stay where we're at for now.
I'm locked
For
in.
another
I just don't
if
know how
it's-
to do it on the.
if it's more expensive by like $1.
Oh yeah, within reason.
Okay.
Oh, it's going to be less
I mean,
expensive than $34. That's crazy.
What?
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh my
Yeah,
I
god.
tend to agree. It used to be the cheapest in town. Now everybody else has gotten cheaper and cheaper. And they stay the same.
Okay. So I was gonna say mine was.
$15.
I was gonna say yeah, mine was like $15 to register. So
Yeah, I think I started with that company.
Who's?
12 bucks.
99,
No, I-
12
I
bucks.
don't know.
98.
$12. I think we're gonna change.
That order.
She doesn't have a license. So,
Both.
it's
Okay,
sales.
12 bucks.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's for both domains. The 24.
Oh, well, it's not.
So it's the same price.
Okay. So then yeah, we're definitely gonna change
Was it
that.
34?
It's 34.
34. So
Yeah,
it's
34.
close. not
It's
too
a
far.
little less,
A
but
little less.
it's good.
So we're definitely gonna do that then, right?
Okay. Do you want to do that?
Yes, we want to do that.
I can do that right now.
All right. Who 2 years or 1 year?
2 years would be 24, or
2 years would be 48 because we have
48.
2 domains. .com and .org.
It says that it's locked.
well, yeah, yes, to
I have to unlock it.
Just to unlock the domain so it can be transferred. Yeah, so you got to remove the transfer lock. But all right, well, we'll figure that out.
I'm doing it right now.
So, well, they did. So the voting online said go for the longest. So 2 years then.
I suspect.
Only one person voted for 1 year, and like 4 people voted for 2 years.
So 2 years. That's
Or longer.
that is the consensus of the membership. 2 years then.
I'm guessing that this is going to be yearly.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at that.
Yeah,
Only let you go for a year.
Probably.
yeah.
Oh, well, then that would be the longest that we're allowed to go. So that still falls in membership book technically.
Yeah, mine renews annually too. I can't do it 3 years at a time. I asked them to.
I can do my.
They're already charging the least amount that they can charge. So there's no point in discounting it.
I can do mine in 10-year intervals though.
Yeah, but you get discounts because they overcharge you.
So I have a discount of like $1 or so. I mean,
That means they're overcharging you a few dollars or whatever. I mean, I'm just saying that's. They don't do that because they just charge the minimum amount. They added it because the customers demanded it. They didn't add it because they want to make profit. The customers were irate that they had to go and pay
Registrar
$34.
lock. Disable registrar lock. Okay. That has been applied. .com has been unlocked.
.com.
You're currently unlocked. Unless you're trying to transfer the domain, please lock the domain.
Still think it's locked. That might take some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably have a few weeks anyway.
Okay. So, but we can vote on it and approve it now, so that you can do it whenever. So
All right. Who wants to make the motion?
I'll make the motion.
2 seconds.
I will second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
It is passed. So we are re-registering with Amazon AWS,
Mhm.
and then yeah, we'll move forward with them. And .com and .org have been unlocked.
On a similar note, has Webmaster at Cyberia been receiving the dynamic server requests for password verification? Every 30 days, you're supposed to be getting an email for that.
All right. Oh yeah. I think I have. Yes.
Okay,
I think I have.
because I've been receiving them too, and I can't seem to get them to not send them to me too.
Oh, dynamic DNS.
I know I got at least one of them, but I don't think I've gotten one 30 days after that.
Okay.
So
Well, I've been going in and since I was getting them, I just was like, well,
go ahead and approve
do it. But I've been trying to get that transferred over to
The webmaster account.
Yeah.
because it should all go through the Webmaster account.
Okay. Yeah, I'll work with you on that to make sure that's 100%.
That's all I have for today. Does anybody else have anything else?
Nope.
Excellent. We're done.
Meeting adjourned.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen. For whoever's online.
Yep.
Anybody left online?